Okay, this is Sabrina and Josie at the TLC Clinic, January 21st, 2017. In the morning is on the left and in the afternoon is on the right. I'm going to go ahead and let them go through regular and then do a slow play review of them. Obviously, you improved so much in the afternoon from the morning on Josie. You DQ'd in the morning. It looked like she was just all on adrenaline and not focused at all and just kind of just running off complete adrenaline. So we're going to go ahead and take this through a little bit slower and see how you got a lot more control in the afternoon than you had in the morning. First of all, you were able to ease her up to the takeoff point at just a nice little jog. You even circled her to make sure she was paying attention to you. Now, when you want the right lead, you should actually circle to the right, not to the left before you take off, as you see in the video on the right. And so what I would have done differently, and let me show you here, this one, she just came over, started to come slow, but then she just took off with you, and you did recompose yourself, and then you did turn off to the right there, and that's what I would suggest you do if you come in from that side. If you come in from the other side, just turn off and go. But in both situations, well, now that they're on takeoff, you just kind of kept more control in the afternoon. But I want you to notice one thing about her. As soon as I got on her at a walk, she's leaning that shoulder in. See how that shoulder is always dropping into the barrel, and her nose is resisting away, and then you're looking more in and lifting that inside rein. So what we need to do to change that is have you ride two hands to your arc better and look between her ears more, and use your inside leg with a little tapping motion from the alleyway to your arc so that she holds her form better. And then you'll have 2 strides of rate and only 2 strides around the barrel. So I'm going to clear that, and then we're going to catch this one up. See how you're leaning forward and pulling back, and she's all out of whack and out of place, and then you go to horn. It's just, she loses her line a lot. So then when you get up here and take off, she doesn't even think about moving over. She's just running on adrenaline. She didn't get over at all. But on this barrel, you could sit better through the turn. That would help. But you get up and ride 2 hands here. You got her over sooner. I would, as soon as you're leaving this barrel, right there, I would have a little bit of pressure on that right hand, and I'd be tapping her with your left leg and reminding her to move over as soon as she leaves that barrel. That would be your goal. Okay? So we're going to let that catch up. See how you lose time by pulling on her? So we don't necessarily want to pull on her. We just want, but I know you were thinking about what happened in the morning. You were thinking get over, so that was smart. She's on the wrong lead. She doesn't actually swap until she gets right there, which is okay. It just costs you time down the road. We'll be more concerned with that. You had more control. You're riding 2 hands. Eventually, I'd like you to get where you can go to the horn. Okay, so we're going to, but I know you felt like you lost control, so that's probably why you stayed 2 hands. But I would do a lot of slow work on her. And right there, if you notice how she runs downhill. And so when she runs downhill, she just gets her foot stuck in the deep sand right there. And then when she recovers, which was a real good recovery, by the way, it's just like this barrel. She's running kind of high-headed, not rating. So then you go past the barrel, and then she comes back. So the problem with her right now is she doesn't have a lot of control, and her body's kind of like riding 2 horses. So if this was my horse, I'd go back to basics for both of you and work on your cues. And when I say that, I mean setting up the barrel pattern and just literally doing transition work. Walk to the barrel, stop, 2 strides from it, shape her with good form, nose in, shoulder out, pivot foot under, and then leave tight. So maybe go in 4 feet or 5 feet, and then take a foot off on the back, 5-4-3 or 4-3-2, and then come out tight. Use your outside leg and 2 hands. Move her over right away to your pocket. With her, she's a pretty big mare, so it'll be like 4 or 5 feet. Right before the barrel, so if this is a walk stop, have good form around the barrel. Again, right before the barrel, have good form around the barrel. I wouldn't speed it up when she's ready I'd come over from the side and I'd go post trot into a jog and jog around the barrel, post trot, slow to a jog, jog around the barrel, post trot, jog around the barrel. And then eventually you could also lope to the barrel, stop, walk around it, and try practicing going to the horn around the barrels, lope, stop, walk. That'll be really good for her. Also doing corkscrews to teach her collection, to keep her shoulder up and her hip under, and corkscrew down at a trot and a lope, and then corkscrew back out. As you get smaller, it gets more extended and she's on her butt. More collected and she's on her butt. And then as you go back out, it'll get more extended and she can be a little bit more, her stride can be a little bit longer and not so much collection on her hip. So those would be some things. The D pattern you did would be a good one for you because of the fact that it works on extended gaits into collected gaits, and then you can roll back, go the other way. And she needs work on her woe and her rollbacks as well. So you did great. I would love to hear from you, so follow up with me. Keep me posted. Come back for weekly lessons. I think you would benefit a lot from one-on-one. And just keep me posted. Good luck, and thanks for coming to the clinic.